Hey, Steelers Nation. We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. There's a storm brewing in Pittsburgh, and it's painted in black and gold. After weeks of whispers, leaks, and a digital trail of cryptic emojis, it's official. Courtland Sutton is a Steeler. The moment the team's media page dropped that photo of Sutton holding the jersey, fans went into a frenzy. This is the kind of move that shifts the balance of a division, maybe even the conference. Sutton, long the lone bright spark in a turbulent Denver offense, finally gets a shot to shine under the fierce lights of a franchise built on grit, legacy, and a hunger for end-zone dominance. You could almost feel it coming, the way Mike Tomlin smiled last week when asked about potential reinforcements. Sutton isn't just another target. He's a red zone weapon, a physical mismatch, and the kind of presence that demands attention. Pittsburgh's offense, once criticized for its lack of explosiveness, now has a new identity. And make no mistake, this is more than just a roster move. This is a statement that the Steelers are done waiting. They're ready to take what's theirs. It's wild to think how fast the narrative flipped for Sutton. Just months ago, people were questioning whether he'd even stay in Denver. The Broncos' front office had been all over the place. One moment promising a rebuild around him, the next entertaining trade calls from half the league. For Sutton, it had to feel like déjà vu, another season wasted on potential rather than production. He's been consistent, even in chaos, big catches, impossible sideline grabs, that signature toe-tap magic. But in Pittsburgh, it's different. The air is thicker with expectation. The crowd breathes football. You can almost hear the echoes of the greats, Ward, Holmes, Brown, and now Sutton steps onto that stage, carrying the weight of their history and the thrill of his own new chapter. People underestimate how much environment matters in the NFL, but for Sutton, this change might be the oxygen his career needed. It's not just about yards or touchdowns anymore. It's about proving he's the guy who can redefine what clutch means in the red zone. The buzz started small, just a rumor passed between beat writers, a tweet liked by the wrong person, a locker room whisper that refused to die. Steelers looking at a big-body receiver. Someone posted late one night, and within hours, Steelers' Twitter was ablaze. Sutton's name rose to the top of the trending list before dawn, and by the time the sun hit the Allegheny, everyone knew something was brewing. Even his teammates in Denver seemed to sense the shift. One by one, the cryptic goodbyes began to appear. And when Sutton himself posted that airplane emoji followed by a black and yellow heart, it was game over. Pittsburgh fans, relentless detectives that they are, had cracked the code. What makes this so electric isn't just that the Steelers landed Sutton. It's that they did it quietly, strategically, like a heist. No drama, no leaks, just precision. In a league obsessed with spectacle, the Steelers reminded everyone they still know how to move in silence. And that's exactly why this signing hits so hard. Now, the real intrigue begins. How does Sutton fit into this offense? You can already picture it. 3rd and goal, the crowd roaring, the ball snapped, Sutton isolated one-on-one against a corner too small to keep up. That's his domain, the red zone, where chaos meets artistry. With Kenny Pickett still finding his rhythm, having a receiver like Sutton changes the playbook. It opens up options, forces defenses to make impossible choices. Do you double him and leave George Pickens alone? Do you stack the box and risk Sutton bullying your corner into submission? Either way, it's a nightmare for defensive coordinators. And what's really exciting is that this could be the missing link for Pittsburgh, the piece that transforms them from competitive to contender. For Sutton, it's personal redemption. For the Steelers, it's strategic evolution. And for the fans, it's hope, the loud, unapologetic kind that fills stadiums and fuels rivalries. Behind the scenes, though, this move wasn't simple. Denver wasn't eager to let him go. The negotiation, according to insiders, was a tug-of-war that lasted weeks. The Broncos wanted high value, and the Steelers, true to form, refused to overpay. Somewhere in the middle, both sides blinked, and the deal took shape. Sutton, reportedly, was instrumental in making it happen. Sources say he wanted out, not out of bitterness, but ambition. He's 29 now, entering that stage of a receiver's career where legacy matters more than stat lines. He's seen enough of mediocrity and rebuilds. He wants rings, playoff lights, meaningful December football. Pittsburgh offers that. And Tomlin, known for bringing out the best in alpha personalities, might be exactly the kind of coach who can unlock Sutton's full potential. The chemistry between player and franchise already feels natural, almost inevitable. It's like two paths that were always meant to cross. The city's reaction has been explosive. From the North Shore bars to online fan forums, everyone's talking about it. Jerseys are already on backorder. Sutton's season is trending, and the buzz is contagious. There's an energy in Pittsburgh right now that feels like the start of something bigger. Not just another signing, but the beginning of an era where the offense can finally match the defense's fire. The analysts are already dissecting the implications, predicting record touchdown numbers and fantasy football chaos. But beyond the stats and hot takes, this move resonates emotionally. It feels right. It feels earned. For a franchise built on physicality and pride, adding a receiver who embodies that same tenacity feels poetic. Sutton's arrival isn't just a headline. It's a heartbeat, a signal that the Steelers aren't playing it safe anymore. They're going for glory, and they've just found the man to lead them there. And now that the dust has settled, everyone's asking the same question. What's next? Because when the Steelers make a move like this, it's rarely isolated. There's a ripple effect that runs through the locker room, through the playbook, even through the mindset of the team. Sutton's presence demands a different kind of game plan, one that embraces risk, aggression, and confidence. You can see it already in the way Pickett has been talking in interviews, his tone sharper, his body language bolder. A true WR1 gives a quarterback belief, and belief changes everything. Sutton's not just catching passes, he's changing culture. He brings that veteran edge, that quiet swagger that says, I've been through the chaos, and I'm still standing. In a young offense, that's priceless. And the best part? He's hungry. After years of near misses and inconsistent quarterback play, he's finally in a system that can let him feast. Every route he runs this season will carry a little extra purpose, a little more defiance. He's not here to fit in. He's here to take over. Training camp footage already has fans buzzing. Sutton's chemistry with Pickett seems instant, almost uncanny. The timing, the trust, the body language, it's all there, like they've been working together for years. Reports from the sidelines describe him as the alpha voice in the receiver room, setting the tone not just with words, but with how he practices. That's classic Steelers DNA. Lead by example. Earn respect through grind. Even Pickens, who's known for his fiery confidence, seems to be feeding off Sutton's energy. The offense looks sharper, the routes tighter, the mood different. You can feel the shift, subtle but undeniable, as if the whole unit believes it's on the verge of something special. The idea of Sutton and Pickens lining up together has defensive coordinators losing sleep. It's the perfect blend of finesse and ferocity. Add Najee Harris pounding the rock and Pat Freiermuth working the seams, and suddenly, the Steelers don't just have weapons. They have an arsenal. But for all the hype, there's also pressure. Massive, unavoidable pressure. Sutton didn't come to Pittsburgh to blend in. He came to deliver. And in a city where football isn't just a game, but a religion, expectations are sky high. Every drop pass will be magnified. Every missed opportunity will fuel debate shows and Reddit threads. Yet, if there's one thing Sutton's shown throughout his career, it's resilience. He's battled injuries, quarterback rotations, and inconsistency, and still managed to produce. Now, he's got a stable system, a tough-minded coach, and a city that loves players who fight for every inch. If he thrives under that spotlight, he could become not just a key player, but a local legend. The kind of name that gets chanted on cold December nights when the Steelers are pushing for the playoffs. That's the kind of stage Sutton has always deserved. And if he plays like we all think he can, that stage might finally be his. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Behind closed doors, insiders say Sutton's already embraced the Steelers' way. He's reportedly been one of the first guys in the facility and one of the last to leave. Tomlin's been glowing in his praise, calling him a professional in every sense. That's huge, because Tomlin doesn't hand out compliments lightly. He values attitude as much as ability, and Sutton seems to check both boxes. He's brought a level of seriousness that's infectious. Even the defense, usually the pride and focus of this team, has taken notice. During joint practices, reports say Sutton and Minkah Fitzpatrick went head-to-head in competitive drills, each pushing the other to elevate. That's the culture Pittsburgh thrives on, iron sharpening iron. Sutton didn't just join the Steelers. He became part of their heartbeat. You can sense the respect building already, and when that kind of mutual trust forms early, it usually leads to something special on Sundays. Of course, the national media can't resist stirring the pot. They're already framing it as Sutton versus Denver, the revenge narrative practically writing itself. Week by week, the storylines are multiplying. How will he perform against his former team? How will he handle being the guy? How will he fit into an offense that's been searching for rhythm? But Sutton's too composed for all that noise. He's not chasing headlines. He's chasing results. When he talks about Pittsburgh, there's a calm confidence in his voice, a sense of belonging. You can tell he's not here to prove Denver wrong. He's here to prove Pittsburgh right. And that's a subtle but powerful difference. Players who operate with that mindset often end up becoming the backbone of championship runs. Sutton knows the stakes, but he's not intimidated by them. He's fueled by them. Every catch, every block, every celebration feels like a man stepping into his purpose. And maybe that's why this story hits so hard, because it's not just about football. It's about renewal, about timing, about a player and a franchise finding each other when they both needed a spark. Sutton's career felt stuck in neutral. The Steelers' offense felt unfinished, and somehow, fate stitched those two narratives together. Now, as the season looms, the possibilities feel endless. Sutton in black and gold isn't just a jersey swap. It's a rebirth. You can already imagine the moments. The sideline toe tap against Baltimore, the contested grab in Cleveland, the game winner at home as the crowd loses its mind. It's cinematic, almost poetic, the way football sometimes is when everything aligns. And if this connection between Sutton and the Steelers delivers the way it promises, we might look back on this signing as the turning point. The moment Pittsburgh stopped rebuilding and started rising again. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.